Indeed, apart from goalkeeper Phil Parkes, only one of West Ham's outfield players has failed to get on the score sheet this season. That's number 10, Paul Allen. West Ham are at full strength with Frank Lampard back after a 2-match suspension, and 3 of this team are in Bobby Robson's England squad for the match in Greece in midweek: Alvin Martin, Alan Devonshire and Paul Goddard. Norwich, who haven't won away this season, also welcome back a player after suspension, number 10, Keith Birchin, whose partnership with John Dean has produced 12 of Norwich's 19 goals. The substitute, Mark Metcalf, is just 17 years of age. England manager Bobby Robson watching today with some concern and hoping that those 3 England squad players will survive this match without injury. The happy referee, Mr. Brian Hill of Kettering. West Ham kick off, attacking the goal to the right and chasing this season perhaps their highest ever finish in the First Division. Never previously been higher than 6th, currently in 3rd place. Walford. Martin O'Neill. And an early touch for Chris Woods, so both goalkeepers have handled the ball in the first minute. Dean. Oh, good skills, Devonshire. Got space to come forward, Alan Devonshire. Looking for the run from Clark, but Watson stayed with him. Barham, but again the penetration coming from the pass from Alan Devonshire. Dean. Alan Devonshire, such a tireless player, so full of inspiration, and so often the mainspring for West Ham's attack. Stewart. Van der Elst. Bonds. Oh, good skills by Van der Elst. A back flick from Goddard and hiked away by Haylock. And that'll be a West Ham throw. And West Ham keen to get on with it. Bonds. Devonshire down to Pike. The brightest bit of football of the match so far. The final strike on goal coming from Jeff Pike, although it was always high. Van der Elst involved early on, and West Ham showing their keenness and inclination to play the ball quickly. Bonds getting the crossover, Devonshire knocking it back, and Pike lifting it too high. Bonds. Martin. Jeff Pike, and the 2 West Ham men almost get in the mucks. And Lampard in oceans of space. Devonshire. Lovely ball. Allen knocking it on to Jeff Pike, and Stewart's got space on the right-hand side. Van der Elst. Oh, a lovely cross. Van der Elst involved again. A marvellous cross, and Woods had to be so positive. Birchin and Martin together. Barham, oh lovely. Seemed to have stepped over the tackle from Lampard, but just caught at the last minute. Frank Lampard, who was sent off for the cynical foul, sometimes called the professional foul, in the match at Brighton a couple of weeks ago, and served a 2-match ban. That came off Pike. Barham. Looks to be carrying a bit of a limp mark, Barham. Devonshire can turn and come forward. Get Barham in front of him. Finds Clark. Oh, this is a lovely ball to Stewart. Ray Stewart prepared to have a go. He's got on the score sheet 5 times this season. All those have come from penalties. Alford almost losing out to Clark. And Norwich get the free kick. Sandy Clark, number 9. Dean. Oh, he's got round Bonds. He's got Birchin with him, and is that a penalty? No, says the referee. And Martin O'Neill, the Norwich captain, has steamed up to have a word with the referee, Brian Hill, who smiles, but he hasn't given the penalty. And no free kick there either. Now Bennett trying to hold off Van der Elst. Birchin and Van Wyk. Martin O'Neill. Norwich throw. Well, there's Keith Birchin, always a lively player in the box, and Norwich might well feel that they came close to getting a penalty there. Bennett. Dean. Bennett. Good strike by Bennett. And there's the Norwich philosophy today. 5 players in a line across the back. Bennett. Now Devonshire to come forward again. Goddard. Got Pike here, number 11. Goddard. Well, once again, West Ham's attacking inspiration breaking down against the Norwich defensive wall. Forced to try their shots at goal from long range. Haylock, the right back. Dean, who's come through. Well, West Ham have got all the space they want until just after they cross the halfway line, and then the Norwich door is normally shut. Clark. Stewart. Goddard chips it forward, trying to find Allen. Birchin gives it away to Sandy Clark. Oh, and Goddard's free in the middle if Clark could keep possession. Devonshire. Couldn't get it past Martin O'Neill. Lampard with the throw. Clark. Jeff Pike. Gives Martin, Ray Stewart, rather a lot to do. And yet another West Ham throw. Ray Stewart. Goddard. Let it come down to him. Pike. And that ball came from Mark Barham, number 7. He lifted it off the toe of Pike and almost put it past his own keeper, Chris Woods, and what a goal that would have been. So West Ham with their 5th corner into the final minute of this first half, taken by Devonshire. Paul Allen. Dean. Birchin. Oh, Birchin did well to get round Stewart. Now what can he do from this position? Well, he's annoyed. He could have done better, but there was a message there for West Ham because Norwich are defending so well, and yet just occasionally are quick on the break, and that's the sort of move that might just produce them a goal. The best effort of the first half from Mark Barham, a strike on his own goal. Devonshire. Stewart. Devonshire's kept going. Gets tiredly to his feet, Alan Devonshire, nothing for his efforts. The referee's whistle bringing to a close a rather featureless first half here at Upton Park. And West Ham, going into the dressing room, will know they've got to find the key that will unlock this very stout and resolute Norwich defence if they're to find the goal-scoring form that has been evident in their last 5 home matches when they scored 17. Half-time here, West Ham 0, Norwich City 0. And one wonders at the half-time thoughts of 82-year-old Jimmy Ruffell, the West Ham outside left in the first Wembley Cup final back in 1923. A man who played 6 times for England and who made 562 first-team appearances for West Ham, a total only exceeded by Billy Bonds and Bobby Moore. John Dean, number 9, starts the second half for Norwich, the man who's scored the one solitary Norwich goal in the last 3 matches. There he is. Stewart. Walford missed it, and this is Goddard. Got Clark on the far post. Can he get high enough? Away by Dave Watson. Good cross by Goddard. Clark was lurking, but couldn't get up higher than the number 6, Dave Watson. So West Ham with their first corner of the second half. Woods twice getting the important stop from Goddard. First a little touch, it came back to him, Goddard had another go, and Woods was there again. So second corner, and Woods comes out safely. Jeff Pike. Paul Allen. And suddenly there seems to be a bit more space here for West Ham. Goddard. O'Neill. There's no doubt this game is desperately in need of a goal. Devonshire. Gets it back. This time, surely, Clark. Well, they made a meal of it, but finally Sandy Clark gets it into the net, and West Ham take the lead. Van der Elst, who took a knock. Clark was there lurking. It seemed to hit the post, and Clark scrambled it in. Well, that's what this game has required. A goal for West Ham. And let's see now if Norwich are inclined to push more men forward. Dean keeps it in and gets a corner. So Bennett and O'Neill together with this corner for Norwich. Away by Martin. O'Neill. Sandy Clark used to be the branch manager of a finance company up in Scotland, getting his 7th goal of the season. Devonshire. Goddard finding Devonshire again, and Haylock had to be sharp. West Ham get the corner. Alvin Martin, and Goddard, and Clark. 3 West Ham players getting a touch. Alvin Martin, who'd come up from the back, then Goddard, and finally Clark, bringing the fingertip save from Woods. Martin stays up as West Ham get another corner. Appeals for handball, but the referee has given an offence against Billy Bonds. Well, Chris Woods earning his corn in the Norwich goal. Just picking that one up from underneath the post to turn it over for a corner. Pike. Lampard. West Ham ball. Nobody moving here for Lampard. Goddard does. Devonshire. Goddard. Devonshire. Oh, it's a good ball. Oh, just a foot too far forward of Goddard. Now Martin. Clark. Oh, what an extraordinary spell of play. Bennett. Barham. O'Neill. Couldn't get round Van der Elst. What an extraordinary spell of play that was. Walford. Punched away by Parks. Haylock. Free kick given against Dave Watson. I think the expression was no way. But there's no doubt at all that this has been a better match since West Ham took the lead and Norwich were forced to go forward. Dean. Haylock. Martin streaking back in pursuit of Haylock. Barham. Well, if Norwich continue to play like this for the remaining 12 or 13 minutes, there's every chance they could get on the score sheet. Devonshire. Goddard. Little chip. Did it so well, Goddard. Devonshire again the man who gave him the ball, and Goddard almost got it right. Birchin, number 10. Bennett. Again, Norwich with plenty of players forward. And a rather cheeky little head back from Ray Stewart. Norwich about to make a substitution, and the baby-faced player who's coming on, and I'm sure the stomach full of butterflies, he gets the pats on the back, 17-year-old Mark Metcalfe, who's played so well in the reserves that Norwich have decided to reward him with his first senior appearance. And number 7, Mark Barham, is the man who's gone off. Metcalfe with 10 minutes to make an impression. Watson. Dean. O'Neill. Norwich get the free kick. Van der Elst protests. Oh, and he's not offside, Goddard. He was in his own half, and he can go all the way. Pursued by Haridi. Well, he's got round the goalkeeper and knocked it too far. Well, Norwich had pushed so many men forward to try and get the equaliser that nobody was looking after Goddard, and he wasn't offside because he was standing in his own half. And I think there's got to be some credit there to Chris Woods, who came so quickly off his line to harass the West Ham forward and put him off. And there goes the referee's whistle to end the match that hasn't thrilled too many of the crowd here at Upton Park. Sandy Clark's goal, the only one of the match, giving West Ham the 3 points that they want to stay in contention at the top of the First Division, but just leaving his seat there, the England manager Bobby Robson, an interested spectator here this afternoon, looking at Alvin Martin, Alan Devonshire, and I think in particular number 8 there, Paul Goddard. Final score then here, West Ham 1, Norwich City 0.